Matt Bevin looks like Bert from Sesame Street. He does. Matt Bevin resembles Bert from Sesame Street. You know, the guy from Sesame Street. Matt Bevin, the Tea Party candidate for Senate in Kentucky. He's challenging Mitch McConnell in the Tea Party primary because they're both acting like members of the Tea Party, which they are. So that didn't make much sense, did it? But it's true. It's true. It's all true. That Mitch McConnell, that bubblegum expert Mitch McConnell is essentially voting like a Tea Party senator. But Matt Bevin, who resembles Bert from Sesame Street, is challenging him in the primary. He is. And he really does look like Bert from Sesame Street. He does. He has like this skinny head. He does. He has like a really skinny head. And he has like a really big forehead too. And thick eyebrows, a big forehead, and he has like this his hairstyle is just this tuft of hair. And he always looks like he's scowling like this, like Bert always used to do. Like, you know how Bert would scowl like this. Like, even when he was smiling, there was always a scowl underneath, like this. Ernie! Like when he would get mad at Ernie, he would start going, Ernie! And even when Matt Bevin gives his speeches, he even sounds a little bit like Bert. Like he's up at the podium going, now, if I'm elected to Senate, and then he says, I have conservative values. So that's Matt Bevin. That's right. He was he looks like Bert from Sesame Street, and it's just like how and he's a weird candidate too. He's a weird candidate. Even if he didn't look like Bert from Sesame Street, he would still be a weird candidate, Matt Bevin. But what's some of the other things he did? Yeah, like he scowls. Like sometimes if you see like a picture, like a photograph of Bert, like a still photograph of Bert, where he's like the Bert puppet, or he's supposed to be smiling, it's hard to make him do. Like there used to be like a video of like a best of Ernie and Bert or something like that. A Sesame Street put out a video. There was something like the best of Ernie and Bert or something. And it had a photo of the Ernie and Bert Muppets on the cover. And of course Ernie was there smiling his ass off like he usually does. And Bert was sitting there, and it looked like Bert was trying to smile, but that scowl was peeping through. Like their Bert puppet wasn't made to smile. Like the Bert Muppet wasn't even built to smile. All he can do is scowl. The only thing he can do is scowl like this. That's all Bert can do is scowl. He can't really smile. He's not. They would have to like. They would have to like stick their fingers in his mouth and make him go to make him smile. But Matt Bevin and that skinny head, it even reminds me of that thing on King of the Hill where they parodied Bert and Ernie, and his Bert talking on the phone, sitting in bed, and they were talking on the phone. And Bert had his shirt off, and he was sitting in bed talking on the phone. He looked ridiculous. He did. But Matt Bevin looks ridiculous too. I've been getting some email here. Let's see what this is about. Nothing important. But So that's the story of the Tea Party candidate for Senate. The hopeless. He has no hope of winning it. He has no hope at all of becoming senator. Zero. None. If you go on his YouTube page, maybe go on his YouTube page sometime. There's a big picture of Matt Bevin up on his YouTube page, and it says, Matt Bevin, conservative Republican. And it has a picture of him. It has a photo of him. And in this photo, he looks just like Bert. And he's got that scowl, that smile covering a scowl, like this. That same goofy kind of half smile. And his videos are stupid. They are. It's stupid. But if you go on his he's got videos on his website going back. He kind of has like a big nose too, sort of like Bert had, and he's got videos going back 6 months on his YouTube. And there's one video he has. It looks like there's poop smeared all over the screen. There is. So that's the story of Matt Bevin, who looks like Bert from Sesame Street. But he has the disposition of Oscar the Grouch. So now in Kentucky politics, there's an Ernie and there's a Bert. Yeah, remember? That's right. Remember Ernie Fletcher? Remember him? You haven't heard from him in a while, have you? Remember when Ernie Fletcher got it? Didn't Ernie Fletcher get indicted? He did, didn't he? So that's there's a picture of him. There's a picture of him up on Wikipedia. Ernie Fletcher, good old Ernie Fletcher. And that's another thing we did during the road meet. When we had the Cincinnati, it wasn't Cincinnati, it was Huntington, West Virginia, Nashland, Kentucky. We had the road scholaring meet there. And somebody mentioned Ernie Fletcher. And every time we mentioned Ernie Fletcher, we would go, Ernie Fletcher, like that. Like we would imitate Ernie from Sesame Street. Like somebody mentioned Ernie Fletcher, and we would say, oh, you mean Ernie Fletcher. So that's the story of Matt Bevin and